What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sinister-Cast, a podcast where I talk about music, my channel, and things going on in my life. So if you're new, consider subscribing. Now, you may notice something a teensy bit different. I'm recording on a different microphone this time just to change things up. But you guys have seen this microphone before. It's not new. It's my Zoom H2N. It's this crazy bundle of awesome technology that I've had for, oh my goodness, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7+ years now. Whenever it came out, I think I might have got it. I don't remember. But you guys have to let me know what it sounds like, because this is the native sound that comes from one of the modes on this microphone. You guys normally hear it when I have my lavalier plugged into it, and because it can also work as an audio interface. So it's like this all-in-one package. It's really, really cool. But I just plugged it into my computer, and I have it running as the microphone that you guys are hearing me on now, instead of my AT2020 sitting over here in the distance. So you guys have to let me know if it sounds any different. Obviously, it's going to sound different, but I'm monitoring it right now because you can do that. You can plug into it and hear what you sound like. But I also have some, a chain of effects going on with it, like post effects into OBS to help with the sound. But so it's not the straight up raw sound coming from it, but this is what I can get from it. And usually, I use this microphone as an audio interface, but I forgot just how great of a microphone this really is. I should do a review on it at some point, just because I already have it. I've already bought it a long time ago, and I should start reviewing gear that I already have instead of stuff that just gets sent to me. Because honestly, you guys, if you want a good microphone, it's not exactly cheap. I think it's like $150, $160 or something like that. I think I bought it for around $180 or something when it came out. But here's just a couple cool things about it. Okay, one, you can use it as an audio interface. So it has a line in and a line out. So the line out you can plug your headphones into and monitor live the sound coming into the microphone. You have a line in where you can plug in external microphones, like I use my Purple Panda lavalier microphone. I plug this into this, and it records the audio from this microphone to this, because this takes memory cards, SD cards, that it records to, or straight to your computer. Another cool thing, the way I'm using it right now, it can run on USB power, or it takes AA batteries, 2 AA batteries. I use these rechargeable Sony AA batteries for it, and they last a long time. And when it dies, I just recharge them, and bam, I'm good to go. I don't have to go buy out a bunch of AA batteries. But you can also run it off of USB power, which is what I'm doing, which is really nice. You have two options, so you can take it on the go, out on the field, have it portable, or plug it into your computer and have it work just the same. Another cool thing, it came with some did it come with? No, I don't think so. There's an accessory kit you can get with it that comes with this windscreen I have on it right now. I'll take it off. It comes with this little squishy windscreen thing, because this is the microphone right now. But I have this on there to keep my breath and the plosives and stuff from peaking the audio. But there's an accessory kit that you get with it. It comes with a remote and the windscreen cover, mic handle that you can screw into the bottom of it, and a few other things. I think I can't remember what, but it's really cool. It's like 20, 30 bucks. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. I can link them down in the description or something, and a link to the microphone if you're interested. Best thing about this microphone. So it records in 4 different modes. You have a switch at the top that you turn, and it can record in 4 different modes. Okay? So the first mode is, or one of the modes that I'm recording on right now, is MS, which is mid and side. So it's stereo. You get the middle and left and right. So if I talk over here, I'm in more of your right ear, and if I talk over here, I'm more in your left ear. But then I also have the middle, so it gives it more of a stereo sound as opposed to a mono sound. On the other end of it, there is an XY, which I believe is more of a mono sound. It's not, the stereo field isn't as wide as MS, but I think if it's not mono, it's a shorter stereo field. But then the really, really, really cool part about this microphone is it's got 2-channel and 4-channel surround sound. So I can switch it to 2-channel, which will record two audio tracks, or 4, it'll record 4. It'll record surround sound, 360 degree. So you can do some weird ASMR stuff with this and set it up in the middle of a room. And if I talk into it and walk a circle around it as I talk, when you listen back to it, or you're listening to it, it'll sound like I'm walking around your head. So you know what, maybe I can probably switch to this live. Let's just see if I can do this right now. Let me see here. I'll switch it to the 2-channel. So now it's at the 2-channel. I believe I'm talking into the back. This is like behind you. Okay, so close your eyes for just a second and see if you can hear it, okay? So I'm going to pick up the microphone. And I believe right now I'm talking to the back of you. If I walk around here, now it's going to sound like I'm on the right side of you and that I'm coming to the front. So now I'm at the front of you, going back around to the right side and behind you, and I'm still circling around, and now I'm on the left side of you. I'm at the far left side of you, and come back around to the front and back to the left side, back around to the back, and we're back in where I was recording before. So now I'm going to switch back to the MS so that I can get out of this. Now I'm back into the MS, and that's cool too. I can switch between the modes live because I'm doing it to my computer, recording the audio to my computer. I'm not sure if you can do that if you're recording externally, not plugged into a computer. But I can't remember if you can do that or not. You might not be able to. There might be some limitations with that, but I can't remember. But the cool thing with this too is it's small and compact, and if you look right here, there's a big record button, and you can record the audio with that button. That's all it is. There's also a remote that you can get with the accessory pack, but like when I plug my lavalier microphone in and I'm ready to record, I hit record on my camera, and then I push this big red button right here, bink, and hit record. The screen will light up more and you'll record. And also, as you can see, it has a screen here that you can see. You can navigate the menu, and you can see your audio levels and all this other stuff, and the mode that you're in and all that. And then over here on the side of it, you also have a gain control. So it's a really, really, really cool microphone. And I know I'm just kind of rambling about it right now, but yeah. I mean, if you guys want to see more of an in-depth review on it or something, I can definitely do that, because there are a lot of good things about this, and there's some bad things. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but I've had it for so long, and it's just like a workhorse of a piece of audio gear, and it does a lot of things, and it does a lot of things well. But yeah, so you guys let me know how it sounds on this. Maybe I'll start using this a little bit. I know I like using my very dependable, nice sounding AT2020 through XLR with phantom power. That always sounds really, really good. But I wanted to change things up a little bit, because I get in these waves of using my old gear again. So I used to use this microphone on its own with the portability side, using the AA batteries a lot when I first got it. Obviously, it was a new toy. So I was making all sorts of weird recordings, and I had the accessory kit, so I would like put it on the microphone, or like the handle, and I would run around with it and go up and like act like I'm interviewing people, which you can do that on the out in the field. You can hook it up to something and go, hey, what do you think of blah blah blah, and point it at the person and record them and all that fun stuff. And I was also recording some guitar stuff, and I also would take this to my band practices and set it in the middle of the room and record our practices and stuff, because using your phone to record stuff can only do so much. When we were playing, we get loud, and most phones have an automatic gain feature on it. So when all of a sudden the drums are in and the guitar is playing and the bass is playing, the sound goes woof way down. The phone will cut the audio really low so it doesn't clip. This can handle that, because you can set the gain and you can set your levels and all that fun stuff, and it can handle it. So it's really, 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 really nice. And like I said, it records the SD cards, so you can take the SD card out and put it into your computer or an SD card reader or whatever, pull the stuff straight off there, or you can connect it to your computer and take them off through USB It's just a really cool, really, really cool microphone. But like I was saying, I get hit in these waves of reusing my old gear. For the longest time, since I've been doing this channel, for the most part, the only time I ever use this microphone is not using it for its microphone capabilities. I'm using it as an audio interface to record through the lavalier microphone, because it lets me do that. And that's mainly what I've been using it for the last, I don't know how long. And, this thing is great for a wide range of things, so I really need to start using it again. Use it to record some acoustic stuff. I wouldn't put it up on my cabinet. I don't know if it would do well with that, but recording some acoustic stuff, maybe some vocals. Maybe I'll start throwing it in a little bit more to try to change the sound and get some unique sounding stuff, because it has really, really, really good audio. Don't get me wrong. But I'm asking you guys how it sounds, mainly because it's different from my usual microphone, and because of the different filters I have on it right now, recording through OBS. I just wonder how it sounds. I can hear somewhat of what it sounds like. I hear the raw sound, but I don't hear the change sound through OBS. So I'm not sure how it sounds. It could sound really terrible because I'm only monitoring it before it hits the filters. So you guys need to let me know. And I forget how much this thing picks up because I'm hearing people's feet and stuff up above me in the apartment above. But yeah, I mean, you don't even need to be a musician to use this. You can use it if you do field recording, if you do pranks and stuff, plug in a lavalier microphone to it if you can't use your phone, or use it, like I said, like an interview type of thing. You could take it to a meeting. You could use it to record lectures in class. You record your band practices if you are a musician. You can use it to record like Foley, I think is what it's called. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's like when they make movies, they have people in a separate studio that create the sound effects. Because it sounds better. They don't always get them live. So like punches and stuff, they'll punch like bags of flour and stuff like that and record them. You could most definitely use this to record those sounds to make your own sound effects and add them into stuff, which maybe I should do. That'd be kind of cool. Record some sound effects when I do some other kind of crazy stuff, or use it out on the field and stuff like that. But yeah, this is funny because I didn't intend for this Sinister-Cast to be about this microphone. I just wanted to mention that I was using it, but it kind of seems like it's turned into me talking about this and my gear and stuff. So I'll probably just stick to that for this Sinister-Cast, I guess, at this point. Yeah, I don't like having things sitting around and doing nothing. So, even though I was using this, I wasn't using this to its full capacity, and that's what I want to do. So that's why I pulled it out, and I'm using it to talk to you guys now. It is really nice, actually. I forget. And it's got a mount on it, so I can put it on a tripod. I have it on my little desktop tripod here, which makes it easy and really cool. And you can use all sorts of different things. You can get little tripods like this little dinky thing that I have, and you can put it on this, and record a podcast or your YouTube videos or whatever. Record meetings, interviews, whatever you got going, and use it for whatever you want. Just be creative. Like I want to be more creative. I want to do crazy things. Like, I don't know. I want to do so many things. Like, I like doing the music stuff, but I also like filmmaking and stuff. So like I want to do some more skit type of things on top of the covers and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so many different things I want to do. I don't know how many of them I should do, or how much I should spread out doing different things, or if I should stick to the main stuff. Obviously, I'm going to stick to the main, like doing covers and writing music and doing originals, that kind of stuff. But like any kind of extra stuff I want to sprinkle in there, I kind of want to experiment with. I've done skit type stuff in the past. Like, you guys know my 10 guitarists at Guitar Center, things guitar players always hear, things people always say to guitar players, those kind of things. If you don't know, go look them up on my channel. Or I could put a playlist somewhere or a card or something. But those are always kind of fun, and I want to do different things. What I'll have to do, and I think I've talked about it before with you guys, is I used to make these little short films and stuff like that. Not that they were anything great, but I used to make these little short films with my friends and my brother. And I think next time I go into my hometown, I'll get my buddy Daniel, who you guys have met, and he's been on Sinister-Cast once or twice, and probably my brother if he's into it, and kind of look back on some of those short films and stuff that we did and kind of react to them as a special kind of thing. Then you guys can kind of see more of where my filming interest started and what I was doing before I started trying to make videos on here, and that can be really, really fun. But I want to get more cinematic with the things that I do. Like, it sucks that most of the time I'm the only one recording myself. Like, I can get my girlfriend to maybe try to help with some stuff, but I can only ask her to do so much. And I'm not always going to be like, hey, can you come help me? Hey, can you come help me? Because then that's not really fair. But, just, I want to get more cinematic with stuff. And that can be hard to do when I'm just setting a camera up on a tripod and recording myself. So, it gets kind of difficult in that aspect. But, if I can get out more into different like scenes and settings and stuff to do some of my music video cover stuff instead of recording them here in my studio, that would be really fun. And if I could get someone else to record, that'd be even better because they can get some shots that I can't get on my own and fun stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I just want to be able to do that I can't do currently, but I should try to expand to be able to do it. Because I think it would be interesting. Like, I know the same old shots get kind of boring after a while, and I try to change things up, but there's certain shots that look good and certain ones that don't, and I've kind of changed it up a little bit. Like, when I did the Paranoid cover and the Toy Story cover, I was using a couple different things than normal. I don't know if you guys noticed. Maybe some of you that work with cameras and stuff noticed what I did different, but I was technically trying some different things with my camera to get some different kind of shots, and just to kind of experiment and change it up a little bit. But I understand, like, seeing the same kind of shots and stuff all the time in the same place can get kind of boring. And another thing that I want to do to change that is I want to get a GoPro, and I've been looking for a long time to get one, and I want to get a good one, a decent one, or like a GoPro alternative. I just want it to be decent quality, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want crappy, like, there's some older GoPros that are really terrible quality. It's like 720p, they only do 30 frames a second, stuff like that. I want to get something that does at least 1080p, 60 frames a second, if not higher. That would be perfect, but they get expensive. Because what I want to do is be able to clip it to my guitar on different spots and different things. And like, I can't hook up my camera to a bunch of things around here. Like, I have to set it up on a tripod or on a table or something to be able to shoot. But with a GoPro or something, I can clip it onto like my bookshelf or like I said, my guitar, or I don't even know, just different things around me and get these interesting shots. And I just gotta fork over the money to do it eventually at some point. But I can't do that. I hashed out a lot of money the last couple weeks. I don't think I told you guys about what happened. No, I don't think I did. But maybe I'll save that for the next. I'll save that for the next Sinister-Cast. I'll tell you guys about what happened and why I had to dish out like $1,000 within a couple days out of nowhere that I wasn't expecting to, which always sucks. But life happens. Shit happens. You gotta, I'm glad I had the money to be able to get out of the situation and stuff. But it is what it is. I'll talk about that next week. And I'll fill you guys in on that whole thing next week. But yeah, so in terms of next week, I was wondering if you guys want to see somebody else on the podcast. Like, I've had a couple guests. I had my girlfriend Kaylee, I had my buddy Daniel, and I had my buddy Tim from Tim Timmons, his YouTube channel, and I had him on, and I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. So, do you guys want to see some other people on there? I can reach out to some people to try to get them on, and I can maybe get my girlfriend to come back on if you guys want to see her talk about some stuff. I would just have to talk to her about it. And yeah. If you guys want to see some other people, let me know. I know I've asked you this a million times in the past, but I mean, like, at this point, a lot of it is me talking to you guys, and I don't know if you want to keep it that way or if you want to see me talk to different people and have them on here talking about different things, or, you know, what have you, whatever you want it to be. You guys will just have to let me know so I can get that stuff started and get some people on the podcast. Because I know it can get probably kind of boring and dull, like it is probably when you're watching this one. But you guys got to deal with it. It's me. You guys love me. Come on. You'll listen to me talk for hours on end, right? Just to help me, just to get me that watch time. You guys will do that, right? Yeah, I know you will. You'll sit here for 3 hours if I wanted to ramble on. I wouldn't sit for 3 hours listening to myself ramble. So I don't blame you. But you guys have been watching a lot more of my stuff. And I don't know if it's as much as you guys or if it's new people coming on, because I've had a lot of people coming on. But it's really cool. You know, my watch time and my views and stuff are starting to kind of go, like, the rate that I'm getting, like how many views I'm getting per week or per month is going up, and how much watch time I get per week or per month is going up. So that's nice. And the subscribers are going up. And an interesting thing that I noticed, that I said something to my girlfriend about today or yesterday, most of this channel, through the time that I've done it, it's been predominantly male subscribers, which is fine. I don't care. Whoever wants to watch and sub can do. I don't care. But it's always been like 99% male. And probably the only females are probably my girlfriend, I believe, and probably like my mom or whoever else and that knows me. There may have been a few others, females. I think there are a couple other ones. I know some of you out there have come on. But it's always been 99% male. It's always been dominated by a male audience, which makes sense. It's a heavy metal channel, heavy metal guitar. You know, it's very testosterone-filled type of stuff, and that's usually male-dominated. But the last week or so, I swear, I've gotten like 5 or 6 or 7 female, or what I presume are female, subscribers subscribing. And I'm only basing that on the names, which I could be completely wrong, because there are plenty of people who have names that wouldn't be matched with their gender that you think they would be. But statistically, I'm going to go with what's more probable, and it seems like there's a lot more girls subscribing, which is fine. You know, those are who are new, welcome. I don't care who you are, what you look like, what you do. Join in. Everybody can join. I don't discriminate against anybody. So anybody that wants to come on can come on. It's just an interesting thing. Like, I don't know if I've done something different or if it's just kind of a weird wave coming through, but there's just something interesting that I kind of noticed, and which is fine. It's just an interesting thing that I've noticed, because I keep track of my analytics and stuff like that, and obviously whenever I get a new subscriber or something, I get a notification so I can see, unless they have it set to where they don't want people notified when they subscribe to them, because there's been times where I've had like 5 or 6 people subscribe and I'm only get notifications for 2 of them. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or if that's a people's privacy settings thing or what it is. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's cool. It is cool, because the metal world and the metal guitar world and the recording world and the heavy metal music world does have females in it, but there's plenty of room for more. And that's the cool thing, because like I said, most of this niche part of the world is male dominated. But you do have other people, like even my girlfriend's a good example. Like, she's a metalhead. I mean, she likes newer music and stuff that I don't listen to, like newer pop and stuff like that. A lot of people that I don't know. but she's also a metalhead, and she loves to vibe out to like System of a Down and Disturbed and stuff like that. Like she is a metalhead, just like me. That's part of why I love her. But not everyone's like that. So there's always room for more, which is cool. And there's always room for more on my channel, which is also really cool because come on in. Yeah, that's just interesting to me. It was just really, really interesting to me. I don't know why it's just really weird because I didn't do anything different. I would understand if I maybe did something that would trigger that to happen, and I don't think I did, but I don't think I did anything to trigger something like that to happen. Beats me. Hi. Huh? No, I'm not done. No, I'm not done. Give me like 5 minutes, I'll be done. Close the door. Thank you. Kaylee. Okay. Are you like gonna come out or are you like just waiting? Maybe we'll get a split second of Kaylee here for 2 seconds. I'm not talking to I'm talking to them. That's an interesting thing to throw up all of a sudden. I said that's an interesting thing to throw up all of a sudden. I was just talking about you, and then you all of a sudden pop out. Because I was talking about the how I had a bunch of female people coming on, and then I started talking about you because you're still a metalhead. Because like metal and recording and stuff like that is mostly male dominated. But then I was using you as a reference or an example. Oh, we're gonna get Hazel in on here too. They've never met Hazel. No. I'm not live, I'm just recording. No, I'm not live. I don't do these live. Oh, is this the debut? Don't unplug the mic.
She's so uncomfortable.
They've seen her before though. This is Hazel. She's the potato cat. She's made some guest appearances before. I've seen when I've watched back on some of my videos. I don't know if they've caught it. I've caught it where she's been walking around or something in one of my shots. I don't think in any of my covers, but I think when I was doing some product reviews and stuff, she was all of a sudden boop. I'll have to find it because I know there's one specifically. She just all of a sudden walked out and was sitting there. A superstar. She looks grumpy. We'll go back and try to nap again. You're hungry. Well, I guess I gotta end this then. Alright, well that was interesting to have a little 2 guest appearances. Well, see, now you gotta come on next week. I don't have to stop. No, because Hazel's taking up all the shots now. She's trying to show off. She was stretching and everything. Oh, she's kind of halfway out now. Yeah, now she's strutting. She knows she's in the shot and she's going to turn her ass towards the camera. That's one thing. Whenever, and I think it's funny, whenever she lays on Kaylee, she puts her ass right in her face. That's how she lays down. We'll go take her in there and play. I'll end this out. Or out there. That works too, I guess. Digging through the fridge. Okay. This is probably boring at this point, so I'm going to end it out. I mean, I've only been talking for almost 30 minutes now. This is probably the longest one I've done by myself ever anyway. So, alright, you guys, I'm going to end it here because I've rambled long enough and you are probably bored as shit at this point. But, so, like I always say, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.